Yo guys, Mike for Sim Racing 604 and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. It's time for another shootout. In this video I'm going to take 8 of the fastest cars in my collection to Tandragee. It's a new-ish mod and this track is home to the Around-A-Pound Tandragee 100 race. I've kept everything stock on all these cars, baseline setup, and ranked them roughly slowest to fastest. So let's see what kind of times I can put in at this ultra fast feeling circuit. Links for the track are in the description. Let's go. First up, one of my favorite cars in sim racing right now. This is the Mercer V8 by Race Sim Studio based on the 2020 MercedesAMG GT3. So let's see what the ever popular GT3 class can do here. Hoping for something sub 3 minutes, maybe a 2:45 if I can really get a lap hooked up. Little excursion onto the grass there, nothing serious. This is a tricky switchback here. Saw the car bouncing a bit as I caught a bit of the inside there. You can see there's just no room for error here. Bales all over the place. And you take the grass at your own peril. Oh, take to the grass rather. Because it can really upset the car, especially when we get into some of the faster open wheelers through the back half of this video. You'll see what that grass can do to a car. Or hopefully not. Very tricky right-hander here. That one has caught me out many times. Then we go downhill. This is one of the fastest sections of the whole track. A little bit wider though, thankfully. So we have a little bit of space to work with. 260 kilometers an hour. That right-hand kink that I just went around. Some cars can take it flat, others cannot. This GT3 car definitely not. At least not with my skill set. Now this is a fun section here. You'll see a lot of objects getting closer and closer to the track. This feels extremely fast. And then into one of the more difficult corners on the track. That downhill braking zone can be a nightmare. That can definitely ruin a lap. And just one more corner to navigate here, really. Should be flat until that corner. Just these little gentle sweepers here. Look for that sign on the left. Begin bleeding out speed for the blind right-hander. And then a sprint to the finish, definitely beating that 3 minute. What are we at? 2 minute 43.887 for the first car. All right, let's see if we can step up the speed. Resisting the urge now to drive my beloved McLaren P1. This is the Ferrari FXXK. It's not technically a road-going car, but it's as close as we're going to get in this video. Huge, huge straight line speeds, but it's going to have a significant disadvantage in the corners compared to that GT3. So can it beat the 243? We will know very soon. See how much speed I had to bleed out there, but then you see how quickly it recovers that speed. 250, 60. I couldn't even look at how fast that was going before I had to brake into this little chicane slash switchback. Woo. And there's a lot of movement underneath this FXXK. You don't notice it everywhere, but here you can definitely feel that rear end getting loose. want to just unleash this thing, see if we can get it up to 300 kilometers an hour. My strong suspicion is that we will. And this could be it. Downhill here. 200. 250. Yeah, easy 300 here, and I'm not even in the highest gear. Oh! Give it lots of time to bleed out that speed. And then back on that power. The speed with which this gets to 100 kilometers an hour is just unfathomable. We've got less than a minute now to cross that finish line. Can it happen? I don't know. It'll be close. Let's go, Mike. Definite lift on this left-hander. Then we're back on the power. Back end kicked out just slightly, just enough to kind of line up the wheels nicely down the track. Should have been in fifth gear there. That's all right. Look at this speed. Oh, this is going to be close. Let's see, FXXK straight line speed here. Ooh, I can't remember exactly what my first time was, but I know that's very, very close. Wow, what a run in this car. Okay, next. Back to the race cars now. This is the Toyota TS020. Should be a good one. Lots of grip here in this Le Mans race car. This thing is extremely intimidating. Wow. Everything's coming up on me so fast here. That was close. Did I catch a wall there? I don't know. It was close. Couple more tight corners here, and then we'll get to unleash this thing. Oh, that was close, man. 250. 280 kilometers an hour in a car that can handle pretty much as good as the GT3 car. So this will be the fastest overall, almost without a doubt. Kind of combining the best of the GT3 and the FXXK. Not quite the straight line speed of the FXXK, but still unbelievably quick. Gonna see if I can take this section flat out here. This is going to crush those other times, I'm sure of it. Just now at the 2-minute mark. Approaching 290. Brakes on this thing, good, not great. Oh, almost under the 230 mark. Wow, 232 for the TS020. Oh my goodness, that car is fun. Wow, wow. All right, what's next? Our first open wheeler now. It is Indy Car time. This one's a bit unruly. Doesn't have the same level of downforce as some of the F1 cars we'll get into later. but boy is it quick. Look at this thing go. Oh, car got very light there. You have to be careful getting back on the power here. That back end does want to kick out on you. This is like the Road America carousel here. Indy Car more than up to the challenge. Wheels into the grass. Not the end of the world. We may actually top out 6th gear here. 296. Very close to the top speed. Down into the right-hander here. Again, easing into that power. Fast section here. I'm going to take this entirely flat. Should be no problem in this car. Just got to watch myself on the exit of the final corner there. Oof. It's close. This car just doesn't behave as reliably through acceleration and braking zones as an F1 car. You really got to watch it. I probably took it too slow there, but hopefully not by much. Just now past the 2-minute mark. So this is not going to be a 2:15. What is this going to be? Get around there. Oh, managed to keep 2 on. I was hoping for a 2:15, 2:20, and I pretty much split the difference. 2:18 there from the Indy Car. Whew, that was a tough one. All right, what's next? On board now with one of the fastest cars to ever compete. In fact, it holds the outright record lap record, I should say, at Le Mans. Toyota TS050. Interesting detail on this mod. You heard it be silent there off the line. That's because it's all electric up to 50 kilometers an hour, and then you hear that ICE fire up. So a heavier car, and it's got interesting braking. Interesting is the kindest word I could say about it. It's regenerative braking in a comparatively heavy car next to some of the open wheelers we will drive today. So I got to be careful in my braking zones. In fact, there was a lock there. Oh, yes. Perhaps could have taken that flat. Down the hill here, and this is another one of those tricky braking zones that we're approaching here. Gonna have to give myself lots of time to bleed out that speed. So the locking there, it locked twice actually through that braking zone. Behaves more like the FXXK through the braking zones, truthfully. And this is going to be a very difficult braking zone. How can I time this? Big lock, big lock. Get around there, girl. Here we go. Used a bit of the grass there to help me stop. So it's looking like a 215 to 220 again, just like the Indy Car. Oh, we might be... Oh, there we go. We smoked the Indy Car. Wow, I didn't realize. 4 seconds faster, so that is the time to beat. We are under 2 minutes 15 seconds now, and still 3 cars to go. Eventually, all roads lead to Formula One in terms of these shootouts, and this is our first. This is the 2023 Formula One car. I am almost positive we will smoke that 214. Question is, by how much? Or will I be wrong? Or will I be wrong? Didn't like that bumpiness there. Should be more confident under braking here. Flat through that left-hander there. Oh, we just barely held on to that one. I believe I've got DRS here. 315 kilometers an hour. And that right-hander there, a joke. A joke. Easy flat. Not going to use DRS here. Way too winding. Still got 15 seconds to go before we even cross the 2-minute mark. DRS open. Again, roaring past the 300-kilometer-an-hour mark. This actually isn't up as much as I thought it might be. But we will still be the fastest here. 212 for my first lap here. I know there's like sub 210 in that easy, and then with some tuning, probably around the 2-minute mark, but we'll keep that 212 and go on to the next. So if we go back 2 years from the 2023 Formula One car, we get this, the 2021, the fastest car to ever compete in a race series. I am confident we will be in the 205 range here. Let's see if I'm right. So much more time to be had in this car. Feels kind of nerfed right now. Oh. Yeah, and even that long right-hander, no match for this car. That was the first time flat through that corner. First time flat through that corner. Can't do this one flat. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Again, no setup work. So this is 320 kilometers an hour on just the stock setup. Wow, 319 anyway. Go DRS open here. So confident in this car. Little lock, nothing too serious. DRS open again. I think this is actually going to be quite close to the 2023. Maybe a little bit faster. 212 was the time to beat. 208, so we're under 210. That was a fun one. And just one more car to go. It's been a while since I fired up the 919 Evo, but we got a 208 to beat. I put speed in the top left-hand corner for you so you can see what's going on here. Can we get to 2 minutes? I don't know. I don't think so, but I think it'll be darn close. Let's go. Oh, man. This thing is like a comic book imagining of a race car. It truly does limit you to your reflexes. Definitely not the best corner for me. Up close to 350 kilometers an hour. And almost didn't make that braking zone. Use all that Kerr's energy now. Up over 350 kilometers an hour. What a car. So close. Did not get under 2 minutes, but a 201.757. And I mean, keep in mind that's stock deploy, everything, so it easily has 2 minutes in it. All right, that was super, super fun. Amazing track. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.